Someone asked me today in the workshop, they said, what do you feel like was the main reason or the main thing that you were able to overcome that allowed you to actually lose the weight for good this time? Hey, I'm Ileka. And if you don't know me, I'll go ahead and quickly introduce myself. So, I work with women ready to fuel themselves to lose the weight while embracing their sexy curves and keeping it off for good this time. We do this without giving up the lifestyle you love. And so, I am here and I'm sharing today, first of all, coming off a high from my workshop. We just finished the workshop. I had a workshop called Wellness and Weight Loss Workshop for Women Over 35. It was amazing. These women left energized, they left inspired, and they left with tools to actually use in their life. Like that's the game changer. So, anyways, I know it's late, so as you come in here, let me know if you're live or if you're watching the replay. I would love to hear from you. Comment below because today I'm actually going live to talk about that roller coaster. So when I just introduced myself, I talked about keeping the weight off for good this time. Um, and why that's so important. Here's the thing. Um, Someone asked me today in the workshop, they said, what do you feel like was the main reason or the main thing that you were able to overcome that allowed you to actually lose the weight for good this time? And mind you, I'd already shared that I was on my first diet when I was 8 years old. So that's how old I was when I started my first diet. So for those who were watching, for my friends who knew me since I was 8, yeah, I was on a diet then. I remember writing down everything I had to eat and all that. And so over the next essentially 30 years, I was on a diet over and over again, some sort of diet. Like I tried everything, you name it. Like I remember there was a cabbage soup diet, there was some grapefruit diet, there was a egg something diet. Of course, the Nutrisystems, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Ideal Protein, like you name it, I pretty much did it, right? And in my 37th year of life, that's when it was finally successful. And so when we talked about what the difference was that this time I actually believed that I could. I shifted my belief and decided that this time it was going to work and it wasn't just going to be, oh, I'm going to do this for this wedding or for this event or whatever it was, like for this wedding or for this cruise that we're going on or whatever. It was, I get to do this. I get to lose this weight. I get to keep it off for good this time. And I get to get off that damn roller coaster of going up and down, losing 30 pounds, then gaining back 40, and then losing 20, and then gaining 10 back, and then like I got so tired of it. I did it for 30 years, right? And so 6 years ago, well, I guess 7 years ago, when I actually was successful, that's when it was like, oh, thank God. So now for the last 6 years, it's been consistent, keeping it off and feeling good about it and knowing that that roller coaster is gone. If you're feeling that, if you're like, when do I get off this damn roller coaster? When does this stop, this up and down and up and down? And I'm always on a damn diet. And my husband doesn't even know what I eat today because I'm always on something. I'll never forget there was a time when my husband was making breakfast. Like he got up, might have been a Sunday or something, because sometimes he'll do breakfast on Sundays. And back then he did breakfast like every Sunday. So he got up and he was making breakfast. And I think he was making like waffles and eggs and, or no, it was waffles and like grits or something. And so I went to get a plate and he was like, no, he was like, what are you doing? You don't eat that, right? Like I made this other thing for you. And I was like, oh, no. I'm not on that diet anymore. I eat this now. Like it was always that, right? So I'm like, oh, I can eat waffles and grits now, And then the next week it was like, oh, I can't eat waffles and grits. I'm doing low carb. So I can only eat the eggs and the sausage. So it was always something, right? And it's like, let's stop playing. Let's stop dieting and trying all these fads and all these teas and all these detoxes. It's one thing to detox, like when we're detoxing because we're removing the toxins, all those things for a reason, for health. That's one thing. But when it's a detox to lose weight every time, like that's the reason you're detoxing, it's a little different, right? Let's do something sustainable. I posted today about Ozempic, right? That's the pill that people are taking now. It's all the rage, right? Everybody's taking these pills, which is a diabetes pill, but folks are taking it because they want to lose weight, and so they're like, if I take this pill, it'll allow me to lose weight. So I'm gonna take this pill, and it's like, okay, yeah, you can do that, and you will probably lose weight. Like the post I posted, it was a woman who she was 25 years old and she lost 50 pounds in 11 months on Ozempic. And I thought, if it took her 11 months to lose 50 pounds on Ozempic, and she's 25, not 50, she's 25. Remember when you were 25? how quickly you could lose weight if you needed to? Right? That's so different. But anyway, so she was 25, and I thought she could have just like stopped drinking sugary drinks and maybe exercised a little bit and lost that same 50 pounds in 11 months. It's a little different when we're in our 40s, yes. And at the same time, we don't need Ozempic either. If you're diabetic and your doctor is prescribing it, that's one thing. But if you're just taking it for weight loss, you can eat, exercise, and practice self-care and lose the same amount of weight just as quickly as Ozempic. You don't need these craving stoppers and all that stuff. You can eat food to stop cravings. When we're eating the right foods, it stops our cravings. So I just wanted to share that we get to get off of this roller coaster. You get to get off of the roller coaster. And if that's something that's real for you and serious for you and something you want, send me a DM, because I'm showing women how to get off that darn roller coaster and live the life you want to live without all the crap that we've been doing for the last 30 years to try and lose the weight and keep it off. So now that stuff doesn't work. We get to do something that actually works this time. And that's what I show women how to do. All right? So it's time to lose the weight while embracing your sexy curves and without giving up the lifestyle you love. And guess what? You get to keep it off for good this time. All right? So my Ileka Falette, send me a DM and let's chat. All right? I'll talk to you soon. Everybody take care and good night. I'm going to put these kids to bed because daylight savings time has them up way past their normal bedtime. I hate daylight savings time. It's time to just get rid of it. Choose one. It's either fall back or a springboard. Let's keep one of them. Let's just stop playing. All right. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all soon.
Don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to watch my mom's next video.